Hi everybody, it's time for another Spectrum program on China America Radio. This is Steve Warren. It's been my pleasure to have some great guests here, and probably the lady who's going to be with us next is our most frequent visitor, considering she comes from kind of far away, LA. But welcome back, Christie Hsiao.
Hi.
It's nice to see you again. I think we first started shaking hands and talking about your activities a couple of years ago, before you had released Journey to Rainbow Island. What kind of a journey has it been for you for the past couple of years?
It has been a wild ride. It's been 2 years, I believe, since the first book came out. And I've been really busy preparing, actually now I'm preparing for the second book. And as well as we developed a video game. So it's available on your mobile apps. It's a mobile app, so you can play on iPhone and Android and Google and Facebook. So that's done. The video game is done. And now the book is translating into different languages. The first one is coming out is in Korean. So the book will be out next month, September, end of next month.
Well, I want to ask you about that because I know that when the book first came out, you, of course, your background is from Taiwan, grew up in the LA area. You had another whole career before this in the aesthetic world. Has writing this book been the experience of your career that you thought it was going to be? I mean, aside from all the fun you're having and all the travel and all the responsibilities, when you decided to become a full-time author instead of a full-time something else or anything else, is this as fulfilling as you thought it was going to be?
Actually, I still don't see myself as a full-time author. Now, I'm doing so many things at the same time. I'm making movies, I'm writing now, looking for content and digital media, and I'm also doing other sorts of business all at the same time. So I don't see myself full-time. Well, maybe when the time I'm writing the first book, then that's, I feel like, yes, I'm a full-time writer. Writing 14 hours a day for 8 months.
Last time I spoke with you, you said you were still trying to write a little bit. Are there too many interruptions now for you to keep your train of thought? Like, of course, the first book, you could lock yourself in a room and write for a couple of days. You can't really do that now, can you?
It's difficult. It has been, it's very different now. Yes, when I was writing the first book, I was pretty much just in my own space, in my own room, and I locked myself in a room and writing 14 to 16 hours a day. There's no lunches, no dinner, no fun, nothing. There's no social life. I didn't have a social life when I was writing the first book. But I enjoyed it. I have to say that was the best time of... Yes.
Now, the heroine, I should say, in the book is Yuning. And she's, is she you a little bit?
Some parts, some characteristics, yes. Yes.
Which parts? Sheridan's?
I think she is kind of stubborn, and I am. I'm very stubborn. I don't really. I would, take people's advice, but mostly when I set my mind into doing something, that's it. No one can really change my mind. It's really rare. Yes, and the negative side is also that she also has fear, even though she's from Rainbow Island. There's the most beautiful, peaceful place in the world, in the universe, but she has also fear, and that's, I'm thinking, that's what everyone is facing, it's not just a single
Now, the
person.
remainder of the characters, not all of them are, some of them are human, some are not. I guess it's easy to base the human characters on other people, maybe family members or friends that you know. How do you base a non-human character? How do you find a personality for them? Also through people and friends you know? Do you have a friend that reminds you of a bug or of a dragon or a flying creature?
I think I would say kids. Kids, they just have so many imagination, and they give me inspiration. Even when I'm interacting with kids, they just give me ideas. They would just somehow pop from their head, oh, there's a non-human dragon being or a rainbow bird, or they just have so many imagination, and they gave me inspiration, and also animals, and they gave me inspiration.
Now you have different settings, obviously Rainbow Island, but there's other places that Yuning travels to,
Yes.
other cultures,
Yes.
other countries, if you will. Where do those ideas come from?
You know, I think I'm a visionary. You know, I see it, I will see the whole picture. You know, some people, they're more analytical, so they will need to write down the whole story, then they will have to jot down every note. But for me, I'm a vision. I'm very just visionary. I will see the whole picture before I even write anything down. So I would see the entire picture and have all the character, all the setting, and I start writing it down. So I see the picture before putting it down on paper. So that's my thought process.
Is any of Rainbow Island reflective of Taiwan?
A little bit, and I have to say that I spent a lot of time in Hawaii when I was writing a book. I enjoy nature. I love, ocean and beautiful trees, and yes.
So any tropical island would be
Any
a good
tropical
model.
island
It could be
would be-
Hawaii, it could be Fiji, it could be anywhere.
Could be
right?
anywhere, yes, as long as it's beautiful. It's clean. The water's clean, and the ocean. People are just super warm and friendly, and nothing, of the city busy life.
Talking about the translations of the book, obviously these days with the electronic media, the electronic version of the book is available.
Yes.
A book can get exposure globally almost overnight. Has that put the rush on getting the translations done? Are you getting a bigger demand now than maybe you had originally thought for getting this thing translated? And translating is not an easy job.
It is not, yes. As my publisher, they've always wanted to rush everything. They wanted to, they wanted to do everything right now and do it. Let's just get it out. But for me, being a perfectionist, I rather, I value quality more than just, getting a lot of things out. So, I think I probably interviewed 4 or 5 translators already, just to find the right one, and they understand the vision, they understand the story, so they can translate. When they translate, it's similar to what I'm thinking. So that's what it's taking, because I really wanted to get it right instead of, yeah.
And it's a good size read. It's not a
It
short
is.
little
I think
book.
it's
There's a lot of
400
words.
pages, I think. Yes, it's actually shorter than my original manuscript. It's
So-
much longer.
So you have to go pretty much word by word with the translator through the whole thing.
I think so. I don't do it. They have their own translator, and the Korean version, they just send me a PDF all in Korean that I don't understand. They say, "Hey, why don't you take a look?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." I
Looks
read
good,
Korean.
right?
Yeah, it looks great.